Hello, Cherries. Welcome to Live Cherry Sunday, episode 150. Wow, special 150. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to play a minor blues solo using the CAGED system. And I'll get right to the lesson in a second, but first I want to say hello to my friends here in the chat. Scott Olson. Give you a round of applause. Good morning, Scott. Paul, Murrow, chords to all. Give you a round of applause. All right, so good to see you. Yeah, it's episode 150. Can you believe it? That's a nice round number. That means in 6 episodes, it'll be 3 years. Episode 156. See, I can add 52 times 3. You know, music is math and science combined with some heart and emotion. So hopefully you guys are doing all right. What are you drinking? I know Paul's got the chords to all, but I have my coffee still here from this morning, even though it's 12:01 in Eastern Time in Brooklyn, New York, on this kind of gray, rainy, gloomy day. But I enjoy it. I like it like this. A little rainy. And hello, Alba. Good to see you. Congratulations on your victory, Alba. Alba won a contest recently, and I don't know if she wants me to talk about it, but I'm proud of her for an amazing costume contest that she won. Really cool. All right. Where's my fedora? It's actually over there, on the other side of the couch. I can't really wear it with the headphones on, you know, but I did it for the pic. That's my blues fedora. Whenever I break out that hat, it's blues time. So so I wanted to do this because this is my kind of my go-to, you know, and when I don't have lots and lots of time. I woke up a little bit late today, but this is a great one. I've been doing a lot of videos on the CAGED system, but not as much minor. And so this one, really, we're going to transfer the CAGED system into using it in a minor context, because I've been using it in a major context a lot. But basically, we could just take out one, you know, flatten one note, make it minor. And I'm going to show you in a second. I do have a backing track that I have right here. And if you want this backing track, just email me and info@Cherry, and I'll send it to you. And it sounds like this, backing track. Just blues. So basically, it's just a minor blues progression. And if you want this backing track, just email me, info@Cherry. I'll send it right to you. And yeah, Alba won the best costume at our show at Mulcahy's. And there was like 1,000 people there that night. And out of all the amazing costumes, Alba won first place with her amazing costume. And I'm so proud of her for winning. I never win anything, and she won, and that's really cool. So this progression, it's just a C minor blues. You got 1, 2, all C minor, quick 4 chord. They call it a fast 4. That means when you go to the 4 chord, quick like that, it's called a fast 4. So it's after 2 beats. So it's 1, 2. 6, 7, 8. Then it goes to the 4 chord. 9, 10, Actually, I'm counting it double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a second measure. Sorry about that. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 5 to the 4 chord. 6, 7. Back to the 1 chord. 8. 5 chord. 9. 10, 11, 12. And that last chord, I'm playing a C major augmented chord. But they're all minor chords. Forgive the mistakes. You get everything here. Warts and all, mistakes and all. But they're all minor chords, except for the very end. The end, it's like this. And you could play the C minor pentatonic the whole way through, which is what a lot of people do, and it's really the easiest thing to do. And with that, with the CAGED system, you're going to play in this E shape right here. And I'll show you on this screen right here. It's the E shape, just like we've been talking about. The E shape right here is an E major chord. Well, if you slide this all the way up to the C position, you have the E shape, but it's a C chord, because this music, this backing track, is in C minor. But we're just going to make it minor. So we're going to drop, and I'm not giving you the bird over here. We're going to drop the middle finger and make it minor. See, this is major. Now it's minor. So everything that we did in the C shape here is going to be C minor as well. So when we play the major scale from here, or an arpeggio, we played it like this. We played. Now since it's minor, we're going to play it like this. Just an easy way to play a minor arpeggio. Or the minor pentatonic scale. So that's playing it in the E shape position right here. But it's really a C minor chord. So this position right here, position 1, C minor pentatonic. Hello, looking for Crossroads. Give you a round of applause. Thanks for spending some time here with me. And Alba is the big winner for her Halloween costume. I wish I had a picture. You should have sent it to me, and I would have put it up here on the screen of your outfit. You know, that would be really, really cool. So, all right. So, when I like to, my first approach at this is that I like to focus on what I call the most important thing here, and that's vibrato. You hit one note. You just shake it. Shake what the good Lord gave you. Vibrato. It's got a nice in time vibrato. So, I mean, that's really, you may overlook that. I overlook it a lot. I just think that vibrato and bending are the most important things in playing guitar. You can play a million notes. You can just go crazy like Yngwie Malmsteen, who I love, who's one of my favorite guitar players. But without using great vibrato and bending, it all means nothing. So I'd rather sit here or I'd rather listen to someone who just kind of plays with a really nice feel. And it's a lot harder than it seems, but it's easy to practice, and it's really easy to get good at it if you focus on it. And I always said that that's what separates the professional sounding guitar players from amateur type guitar players, and that's the vibrato that they use when they're playing. Just the sound and the tone. They say violin players, it's the hardest thing to do, is just to get the sound out of it, right? Well, it's the same thing kind of on a guitar. The most important thing is you want it to sound good. Like all the theory and everything's right out the window if you don't use your ears. Your ears are the most important thing, is listening. What does it sound like? Does it sound good? It is good. It sounds bad? It is bad. And that's one thing I get from doing these lives 150 weeks in a row is it's not always good, There's a lot of bad, and I have to live with it because it's live. You can't redo anything here. And, I listen back, and a lot of times if I don't focus on this stuff, it really shows. So I'm not just kind of talking, record yourself and listen back, and you'll hear that if you're not, everything's amplified when you record it. And you start to really notice what you're doing when you're recording yourself. And I notice a lot that, sticking the notes in time, landing on the one, the right vibrato, the right bending in tune, bending up to the note. That's why it's good to practice that stuff with this scale, with the easy one scale over all three chords. But having said that, I am targeting certain notes, like this. The C, the 4 chord, I can hit the F. It's part of the C minor pentatonic scale. Back to C. F, the F note's in the pentatonic scale, right? C. You see what I mean? Now the 5 note, the G. F. Back to the C, the F. C, G. Now watch, I have the minor thirds. I'm hitting an E flat. Minor third. Minor third of C. There's a chord. Now the 4 chord, the F. It's a minor chord. Here's the minor third. Minor third, here, the C minor. G minor. Except for that last G, it goes to a major, remember? Augmented, even. So if you're getting anything out of this, let me know. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell for notifications. I go live every Sunday, except when I don't. But it'll be Sundays for the next few weeks for sure. What's really cool about this too is that in this, you could play the minor scale through all of this progression. So you're in the key. Let's not forget here the subject of this title of this lesson is the CAGED system, playing the minor blues in CAGED. So let's relate it to the CAGED, where we're playing in this position. It's going to be the C minor, but really it's the E shape over here on the E string. on the what is it? The 8th fret right here. And you can play the the C minor scale over the whole thing. That's what's really cool about this. The delay's just going on forever, isn't it? Okay, it's fine. So let me just say, I like this comment right here. Totally agree with you about the vibrato. It's essential to tasteful playing. Yes, for sure. And Jeffrey Boyo, give you a round of applause. Ozman, always getting something out of your lessons. Very cool. Thank you so much, Ozman. 5151. It's almost like 5150, I think, of Van Halen. But yeah. So if you want this backing track, just send me an email, info@cherry. So basically, it's 3 chords. 1, 4, 5, but minor. You could play the C minor scale. However you play it, whatever position you play it. That's a very popular way to play the C minor scale. Play 3 notes per string like this. You play it this way. So many stupid ways to play it. But whatever works, it's the same notes, no matter what you're playing. This is a really popular way to play it. A lot of people don't like it because you have to switch your hand in there like this. From this, your pinky. But you can play the arpeggio this way too. Simple minor arpeggio. Root, 3rd, 5th, 7th. It's the arpeggio. Root, 3rd, 5th, 7th. Root, 3rd, 5th, 7th. Root, 3rd, 5th. So, yeah. Really cool to do that. So that's the first step right there of playing simple blues using the CAGED system. Now, if we go to, if you want to switch pentatonic scales, so instead of playing C through the whole thing, when it goes to the F, you could play an F minor pentatonic. So it's like, and see what that looks like. Right off the bat, you got a couple new notes in there. So it's going to sound a little different. When you go to the F chord, check out this shape. You got the F minor pentatonic. And what you have now is, because when you were playing C minor, you had this shape. Now with the F, right off the bat, you have this note, which wasn't in C minor pentatonic. You have this. That's the minor 3rd of the F chord. So right off the bat, you're going to get a new tonality that you're not going to get if you stuck with just the C minor pentatonic. You're going to get basically just the F pentatonic as well in there. So then you also have, so it's the same note right there. But you have that note, which you don't have in minor pentatonic. So really, you're introducing one new note there. Okay, and then when it goes to the G, well, anyway, that's the A shape right there, right? But with minor. It's the A shape because you have an A chord here. You slide that all the way up to F, then make it minor. It's the F shape, or it's the A shape F chord. And then, just like we did before, to the 5, we played a C shape G. It's like a C, looks like a C chord. So you slide it all the way up here to G. So it's the C shape G chord, but we're going to make it minor. So you have to make it minor like this. And I can't really fret that too easy. Kind of like that, right? It's very unnatural. No one would really do that. And then you play maybe a G minor pentatonic scale here. Look, already you're playing some different notes in here. You have this. It's the same note as the C minor pentatonic. But you have right there, you have that D note that's not in there. That's the fifth of this G minor chord. That's not in the pentatonic C, right? You have that. So you have that note. So you're introducing a new note each time. For the 4 chord, you're introducing this note. And for the 5 chord, you're introducing that note. Let's see what it sounds like. C minor pentatonic. Yeah. Now watch it. Introduce this note. Let's see. A new note. All right. So we mixed it up. We played 3 different positions of, well, 3 different chords of the CAGED system. A 1, 4, 5, and a minor. There you are. Looking right there. There's the camera. Not there. So what am I missing here? Paul Merrill. Cool. What percentage of people play the CAGED, you think? I think everyone does. Everyone plays it, whether they know it or not. They're playing in some kind of shape. And that's really all it is. It's just a shape. It sounds caged, as if like you're in jail or something. Like it's caged, like it's like you're not free to do whatever. Sounds like a negative, you know. But in reality, it's just a shape. So you're doing it all your life. You're playing in this shape. In C, that's a part of the CAGED system. This whole thing right here. It's a C minor pentatonic scale. All right, so you're playing in C shape. When you go to the next chord, part of the CAGED as well. You're playing an A minor shape, but over the 4 chord, the F, and over here you're playing a C. You're playing a C minor shape over the G. It's hard to fret this like this. So like I said, I don't think anyone ever does. But the beauty of it is that you see the shape. The important thing is that you see it. That's really all it is, because it's a framework. So I'm seeing a C minor right here. Right? C minor. So I see that that's a 5. I could bend up this 4 because it's a target note. So I could land on it, just like that note was. Over the 5 chord. This is the perfect 5th. And over the 4, I'm seeing this shape. I'm seeing the A minor shape. Here's A minor. But an F. I'm seeing all the notes. I'm seeing the root, minor third, the fifth, the seventh, the root, third, fifth, minor seventh. So I know that each one of those notes is a legal note, like a safe note that I could land on when over that chord. Every one of them. Check it out. Like this. Root, third. So, you know, and then once you can just move around the whole scale and everything. But like I said, it's all just the C minor scale, really. So you can use those notes to kind of move around between any one of the notes. C minor C. To the 4. So here's the minor third, but I can take this scale degree and bend it up. Bend up to it. The scale. All right, going off the rails a little bit there, but having a good time. So if you're enjoying this, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, all that groovy stuff. And let's see, so focusing on what is important. And I think vibrato, bending strings, and relaxing your hand is really, really important, because your hands can get really, really stressed out and tense. You know, so I like to kind of just relax. If I feel like my hands are tight, then I think I'm doing something wrong. And I tend to tense up a lot. And so I find that when I'm relaxed, I could do a lot more. So you could always just slow down. When your hands feel a little bit tired, just stop playing, stretch them out. And, you know, you could just land on a note for a while. When they feel tired, just kind of just let it sit. Let it sing for a while. So very cool. Hopefully you're enjoying this. And so what we could do is, with the CAGED system, we don't have to really stay in this position. We could shift it up a little bit, branch out. I wanted to keep it simple and play in one position. So if you think about it like this, think about it. What I do is, I think of the letters of CAGED, right? C-A-G-E-D, CAGED. And the first one is the E position, right? So the E shape right here, E minor. So what's after E in CAGED? C-A-G-E-D. It would be D. So then what is the D shape? C minor. Well, it'll be like this. Just like that, really. We'll just get into this a little bit, this new position right here. Won't go too crazy in depth with it. But here's a D chord, right? Just like this is your D. If you shift it all the way up here, if you move it up to the F, you have to a C, you have just like that. Here's a D chord, but slide up to C. Here's a C chord. But it's minor, so we're going to drop this minor note to here. And the same thing, it'll be like this. I'm going to shift that to down. It has to, so it's minor. Now, in the big screen so you can see that. So here's a minor right here in this position. So the scale you could play, the C minor pentatonic, would be like this. Basically, just like here's a C minor scale, pentatonic. Here's the second position of it. This is also an E flat major pentatonic. Right? It's a major chord. So you get that. So you can play that over the one chord. Oh, your riff. So instead of playing here, now you can move up. Right? Which is what you want to do. You want to go up there. But that's just the technical way of looking at how I came to that conclusion right there, where it was an E to a D. I'm just going along the C-A-G-E-D, CAGED. There's a minor, D minor. And over the 4 chord, that was an A shape, right? So what's after A? C-A-G. So we'll play the F in a G shape, like this G, right? Here's a G that everyone knows and loves. If I bring this up, slide it up to the F note, and I play the same looking thing, shape, now you have that G shape over the F, but it's minor. So I'm going to play it minor. So now over the 4 chord, I have this position. Like the 5th position of the minor pentatonic of F right here. And last but not least, over the 5 chord, where we had like a C shape before, right? Over that G, what's after C? CAGED A, C A. So it'd be this A once again, like you did the F minor. Here's the G like this. So now you have that same position here. So we could play the whole blues instead of playing it over here now. We could play it over here. You know what I mean? Like we start over on the C, do riffs like. Over the F. C. And over the G. F. Yeah. See, I don't really play in this position too much, but let's give it a shot. That's just a C minor pentatonic all the way through. So we just shifted it out a little bit to a different position. And it's just another way to look at the CAGED system and look at the shapes of the pentatonic scales that you could play along with them. You know, so it's really a lot of fun. And so you can sit there and practice them. You could focus your practice on, say, hey, look, I'm going to play minor pentatonic over the C. And over the F, I'm going to play this F minor pentatonic. Over like this shape, this A shape, A minor shape. And what's beneficial about this, because whenever you have this shape again, whatever key you're in, say you're in A minor up here, well, you know all the same licks. Or for an E minor here, it's the same thing. Or say you play, you play this C shape right here over the G, C minor. Well, you might be, here's a D minor. You start to recognize that they're all the same patterns everywhere. So that's why I like to focus on, okay, here's a D minor. Here's a D minor, shape, C chord. It's just, it's one way of looking at this, and I'm seeing the intervals here. She's a little bit out of tune, but that never stopped me before, right? All right. So hopefully getting something here today. Thanks for spending some time with me here today. You guys are amazing. If there's anything, any questions, let me know here in chat or leave me a comment. Hopefully you're having a good weekend so far. It's Sunday. We got some football coming up. What are your plans for the rest of the day? I know I'm going to get out of here, maybe take a walk somewhere for a little bit, get some fresh air. It's I know it's raining out, but it's not really raining. It's just gray and gloomy. Gloom and doom. All right. Yeah, well, I try to have some feel. You know, it's not always easy. Sometimes you get ahead of yourself. But yeah, let me know. And also let me know about future lessons, what you'd like me to go over. Even if I don't get to them, I write them down. Because some of them take a little bit more time and thought than others. So, important things to remember. Vibrato, bending, relaxing the hand. You know, it's so important to just, relax your hands right there. And just play with a lot of feel, Just try to play as much as you can. Target notes. Fifth. It's also the octave at the root of the one chord. That's the fifth of the four chord. It's also the one. So I'll play the minor third. Stay here. Because now it's the seventh of the four chord. You can stay on this note. You can even stay under here. All right, I'm going off the rails again. Blues double stops. Yeah, that is a great idea. Let's save that one for another lesson for sure. Blues double stops. I guess that would be stuff that's kind of like a or in a major context. Kind of double stops like that. Or like you hold one note and bend up to another. Or like or Stuff kind of like that, right? Channeling Jimmy Page. Well, I do have the Les Paul going today, right? This guitar is just amazing. Though I have my array of weapons right there to choose from. And I don't know if you notice, I got the P bass kicking. I use that a lot when I'm here practicing bass. You know, when I play my gigs with the disco, I use the jazz bass because the P bass doesn't really cut because it has the pickup in the middle where the jazz bass has the bridge pickup. I've learned over the years playing bass. So, yeah, we're having a good time today. We'll wrap this up pretty soon. But let me know if you got any other ideas. So double stops, that's a whole nother thing, man. That's a great idea, Scott. I'm definitely going to take you up on that. And, yeah, so shameless plug here I'll do before we wrap it up on my guitar course. And so I do have a guitar course. It's called the Essential Skills Collection for Guitar. I put it in my description. You can see the link right there. And I go over 3 important things like I do all the time. It's fretboard memorization. This allows you to learn the notes all over the neck. E, 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 A, 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 A. And once you know that, you can play any scale with it. A minor pentatonic. A minor pentatonic. Then I go through the circle of fifths, which is where all the music in that circle, don't confuse it with a pizza pie or a steering wheel. But all of music lies within that circle, progressions and everything. And then I get into the blues, where I talk about bending, vibrato, and I have all kinds of backing tracks in there and scale graphs. And that's where I get into the blues and playing the pentatonic scales. Playing the blues scale. So check that out when you get some time. I would appreciate that. Shameless plug right there. And but I spent a lot of time making that course, and I will be adding some more videos to it as we go. So it's always improving. It's going to be something that you can always go back to and refer to. A lot of good stuff in there. Oh, wow. I missed a bunch of comments here. I am way, way behind because it got stuck where I was earlier on. So let's go through some of these comments. Pumpkin pie and chocolate cake. Oh my God, that sounds fantastic. I am a sweet tooth. Can you see my sweet teeth? I'm surprised they're still there with all the sugar that I consume. Pumpkin pie, especially this time of year, pumpkin pie and chocolate cake. Ugh. I love everything pumpkin. Pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin pie, pumpkin with a, a dollop of whipped cream right on top of that. A dollop. I was probably saying that wrong. Seafood gumbo and football. Yeah, I'm waiting for my Steelers. 10 minutes on the Steelers. Kick it in. And we got playing some guitar, then baking. Yeah, what are you baking there, Scott? Baking some goods. Love it. Football. Who's your team, by the way? Did you say you were a Lions fan? So, was thinking more B.B. King. Double stops, yeah. Yeah, well, B.B. King, there's that B.B. King scale, right? What is that? That's when he's like right up here. It's like a... He's all over this pentatonic position. Then he moves up here. which is what we did earlier. Here's the 1 position of the pentatonic, and he played it up here. Right? Remember this? It's just filling in the whole part of the pentatonic, which he's just playing up here. He's blending this one, the 2nd position, back to the 1 position. And then, if you want to continue, find the C again up here. And now you know the rest of the scale. You got the root. Well, bend up the minor 3rd to the 3rd. Here's the 5th. Here's a great double stop. All right, having a good time. We're rocking. Dragon fruits. And Cowboys. Ah. Okay. Well, you know, we are deep rivals. Me being a Steelers fan. I think you knew that already, hopefully. I may never see you again. But Cowboys. Very cool. Old rivalry. The Steelers, Cowboys. All right. Very cool. I hope you get a win. I don't know who you're playing. But house smells amazing. You must be cooking up something good. You got baked ziti. Baked ziti. Pumpkin chocolate pie. Awesome. Just made some pound cake. It's like Van Halen. Pound cake. What is that? How's it D? I'm in tune. Trying to get in tune here. So, nice turnaround. Yeah, I like this turnaround where I'm playing just a. Is that what you're talking about here? It's basically just the 1. 7 of the 1, 4, division, diminish, and the 5 chord is G7, doing a tritone sub, which tritone just at the note here, the flat 5 of it, and play that dominant chord. So instead of playing G7, I'm playing a D flat 7. I'm doing an arpeggio. Like the C here. So it just all works out. I love doing that, just a half step up. Going off the rails. That's what I like to do. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here. So thank you so much for spending some time with me here again on a Sunday. I love it. You guys make my weekend. So thank you, Scott Olson. Thank you, Paul. Very cool of you. Thank you, Ozman. And thank you, Alba, and whoever popped in here on the live here today. I appreciate that. Jeffrey Boyle. Very cool. Oh, I didn't see you over there. Akalish. Higher math. Akalish. So good to see you. I know I'm butchering your last name here, or your first name, or both. But thanks for hanging out a little bit. And thank you, Looking for Crossroads. You know, once again, let me know if there's anything I could do for next Sunday. I will be here next Sunday. And, you know, leave me a message, comment. If you want this backing track, email me at info@jerrycherry. And that is it for today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Love yous. If you want to see another video similar to this, I'll put it up right there on 5 steps to playing the blues. So remember, be cool, be kind, be cherry. Love yous, and have a great Sunday. See you next time. Ciao. All right.